Imagine a time when questioning the stars could get you in serious trouble. In the 1600s, one man dared to defy the most powerful institution in the world, armed only with a telescope and an unshakable belief in the truth. This is the electrifying story of Galileo Galilei, the man who took on the church and changed the course of history. Galileo was no ordinary scientist, he was a game changer. With his homemade telescope, he made jaw-dropping discoveries: mountains on the moon, moons orbiting Jupiter, and Venus dancing around the sun. These weren't just cool facts, they were explosive evidence that our world wasn't the center of the universe. But this truth wasn't just inconvenient, it was downright dangerous. Galileo's findings supported the radical idea that the Earth wasn't the center of everything the sun was. But there was one huge problem: this shook the very core of what the Church had been teaching for centuries. The Catholic Church was not about to let Galileo's ideas go unchecked. They saw his support for the heliocentric model as a direct threat to their authority. This wasn't just science, it was a battle for control. In 1616, they slapped down a ruling: heliocentrism is heresy. And Galileo? They warned him to stay quiet. But this genius wasn't about to back down. Galileo kept pushing the boundaries, quietly working on his theories, convinced that the truth would eventually win out. But the Church wasn't done with him yet. In 1633, the Church made its move. Galileo was dragged to Rome to face the Roman Inquisition, an intense trial where everything was on the line. The stakes? His freedom, his work, and his legacy. Accused of heresy, Galileo stood firm, defending his discoveries with everything he had. This was more than just a trial, it was a battle between old beliefs and new knowledge. But the verdict was brutal. Found vehemently suspect of heresy, Galileo was forced to recant his views under the threat of torture. The Church silenced him, banning his groundbreaking book and placing him under house arrest. But while they might have confined the man, they couldn't contain his ideas. Galileo's trial was just the beginning. His ideas lit a fuse that couldn't be extinguished. Over time, the truth of his discoveries broke through, laying the foundation for modern science. Today, Galileo is hailed as the father of modern astronomy, a hero who dared to look beyond the known and ask, what if? Galileo's story is a powerful reminder: the pursuit of truth is unstoppable. His trial wasn't just a clash between science and religion, it was the spark that ignited a revolution in how we see the world and our place in it. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember Galileo, the man who stood up to the greatest power of his time, all in the name of truth. His story is proof that ideas can change the world, no matter the obstacles.